Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to show you 10 useful ways to use the ls command in Linux. So, by default, the ls command with no options lists the files and directories by alphabetic orders. So, if I want to create, for example, a file starts with the letter C, for instance, candle. If I type the ls command with no options, candle, it will be after apple and bonjour, because by default is sorted by an alphabetic order. So here you are. So now the first option is ls -l. And this command lists files and directories in long listed format. So the first character here is minus, and minus shows that the apple is a file. And the letter D, the character D, for directory. So the lab is not a file, is a directory. Here, the permissions, owner permissions, the second three characters for group permissions, and the last three characters, so for or another user, and does it not a member in this group. One is the number of link, soft link, the user and the group, and 0 is the size of this file. Here, the date of the last modification on this file, and Apple is the file name or the name of this file. Another option is ls -a, and -a is used to list and check the hidden files and directories. So if you can see here, the point bash underscore logout or point bash rc, it's a hidden file. Point ssh, it's a hidden directory. So with the letter A, we can check all hidden files and directory. Another option is ls -i. And -i is used to check and list the inode information. So here we can see that the unique inode or the inode number of the Apple file is 12 58 74 83, and it's unique. To clear my screen, another option is ls -n, and -n, this option is used to list the UID, user ID, and GID, group ID, number of owner and groups to which the file and directories are belongs. So we can see here, if for example I type the command ID, I can see that the UID 0 is for root user and the GID 0 is for root group. So here I have one file that candle is has a 0 UID and a 0 GID. So we can know now that the owner of candle file is the root user. Another option, ls minus g, list group of files and directories to which they belongs. And here list only the group and not the user and the group or the UID or GID. For example, for Apple, we can see here that the group owner it's EC2 minus user. For Candle file, the group owner is root. Now another option, ls minus capital letter G. And this command, I want to use it with LG like this. So this command lists users and not groups of files and directories to which they belongs. So for ls minus G is to list group of files and directories, and ls minus lg caps lock G capital letter capital G, so list users and not groups of files and directories. Clear my screen. Another option here is use the human readable option. So ls minus, we have to add L and H. And here we can see that the list the size, the H option lists the size of the files and directories in a human readable format. Instead of, if I use only ls minus L, instead to list the size in bytes, here in a human readable format, convert the bytes on a kilobyte. So 27 kilobytes, it's more easier to read than 26,097 bytes. I want to show you another option is ls minus capital R, and this option it let us to show the content of each directories. So for instance, for the lab directories, it's empty. The same thing for the test directories, it's empty. But for the test2 directories, this directories is not empty because we can see here is 3 files in the test2 directory, the file A, file B, and file C. And the last option for this video is ls minus 1. And this option lists one file or one directory on the line. So if I compare this command with ls, we can see all file and directories on the same line, and with ls minus 1, one file or one directory by line. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lecture. Thank you.